90% of engagement is actually people feeling like they're talking to people. Like, you know how they say location, 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 real estate. Look, when we raise money, when we sell products,
highly intuitive UI UX that'll provide cross-platform event coverage as well as personalized AI recommendations.
That you're looking at that's truly aggressive in the risk tolerance. And so there's a lot of people on the sidelines looking at crypto, interested in it, but it's just too big of a jump for them to go, okay.
Can you guys see everything?
Yeah, it looks great.
Awesome. Yeah, so our company, Reactive, is about transforming remote presentations and pitches. I want to create in-person experiences because here's basically the problem. Almost every one of us goes full screen like this and we pitch. And what happens in that scenario is most people, as soon as you do that, you know what happens? They turn their cameras off, usually, and they're doing this. Oh, yeah? Okay, got it. Because 90% of engagement is actually people feeling like they're talking to people. Like, you know how they say location, 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 real estate. Look, when we raise money, when we sell products, they're not doing it because we have a pretty deck. They're doing it because they trust us. They feel comfortable. It's the people, right? So to me, what Reactive is about is solving these problems. According to Salesforce, around 69% of remote presentations were not effective. That's a pretty big number. So we're getting through just because of existing momentum. 70% of information in a normal session is forgotten in 24 hours. I don't even know what that number is in a Zoom meeting, right? And a lot of people just feel disconnected. They don't feel like I'm talking to Daniel or I'm talking to Justin. They feel like you're just one more deck. And what we're about is we're a companion app. And what it is, it's really a window. It's a window that runs on your computer, and Reactive allows everything to be there. It allows your camera together with your content. It's like a piece of glass that this is floating on. And I have my brand and whatnot that were there. And this is called associative memory, by the way. People don't remember a deck on its own. They remember the person, the deck, the icon, the brand all together. You know how you go, never eat shredded wheat and all cows eat grass, like you come up with these rhymes and mnemonics? These are called associative memory. Your brain remembers 4 or 5 pieces of information together far better than remembering an individual piece of information. Like, for example, that guy, Dean, he had an amazing pay. What was that about? What was that company about? You might not remember the company or the ad that you saw last week. But if you heard a catchy jingle with a cool little logo, you probably would remember that ad more, right? So it's the same type of concept. Your brand has to be front and center all the time. So that's kind of what we do. We help you pin your camera so that you're front and center. I help you present any type of document. You know, it can be a video, a customer testimonial, and I'll show you that. And this is really important, inking and highlighting. So what happens from a neurophysiology point of view is when you're in a remote setting, I can't control your gaze. I basically go in my company, you know, we're solving problem A, problem B, problem C. The issue is your audience is reading this while you're talking about this. My eyes are over here looking at, hey, what does that app have over here while I'm talking about this? So the focus is not there. So if you want to come in and point out that you have 20 patents filed today, writing that down or underlining it, it's called reinforcement memory. So reinforcement learning is if I write something, you watching me write that and reading it at the same time fundamentally makes you absorb it. That's why you can watch a professor in a university writing, and you will get more out of that than going to a Khan Academy class where the formulas just pop up. Your brain's not engaged, right? So that's what we are. We're creating a new way to present that we've actually measured this, by the way. We did surveys before and after. Our users are getting about 250% increase in engagement. So how did we do this? We took 8-hour sessions. A lot of our coaches and facilitators have 8-hour, 6-hour meetings. We did the first 3 hours with Zoom and the next 3 hours with Reactive, and vice versa. Okay? So when we did this, people would go after the Zoom meeting and go, hey, Justin, you're an awesome presenter. Yeah, I'm going to give you a 7, just with Zoom. Then they did it with Reactive. They came back and said, holy crap, I had no idea this could be that much better. Can I change my number for your past meeting? I'm going to call that a 4, and this was really a 9. You know what I mean? Or we did it with reactive like this, and then we did the next 3 hours like this, and they'd be like, okay, that was horrible. That's like a 2 out of 10 now, right? So what we found is over about 70,000 hours of meeting time, the engagement, the close rates, the ability for people to get follow back has been dramatically increased. So when I do my pitch, I talk about the fact that, total global market, our TAM is large, but we're really going after the top 100,000 people who want to present. And our price point really is $30. And right now, we have an offer for, it's 60% off. We just launched. And I told Justin that we're going to give a special offer to anybody. I'll personally train you. I'll get your pitch up and running. I will show you how to record content that's going to be engaging. I'll give you all the time. I just wanted to show my investors that I can at least generate $50 in revenue. So yeah, we're kind of giving a 60% off to all of our friends and family, plus direct coaching from myself, and I can show you the best practices. So I don't want to take up too much time. I'd love to see what you guys are doing. How did you guys like this?
I'm in.
I love it.
Yeah. Where do I send the check?
Awesome.
How do I invest?
I think you've got some.
We need backers.
Yeah, that's it, right? Backers for Mazzetto, right? Everyone's looking for backers.
Yeah.
So look, I personally would love to help you raise money, but what my expertise is the last 18 months, I spoke to every person who is a keynote speaker, over 900 people I interviewed, and I know the best practices, and I'm willing to go ahead and walk you through all that. And by the way, the cool thing with this platform is I can actually stream directly to social media. And if you look at my LinkedIn, you'll see a ton of videos that I just do using Reactive. Yesterday, we had the pleasure of recording Miss Margaret Atwood reading a book reading on Reactive. We were over at her place, and
Wow.
she turned around and said, if I can do it, anybody can do it. We haven't released the video yet, but it was phenomenal. It was really cool. She just got in and she was talking about all sorts of, Wheel of Fortune by Chaucer to Jane Eyre and all the connections between all these books. And she told the story for like 20 minutes using Reactive, and it was fascinating. So we're eager to get it out there and help out anybody we can in the process.
What I will say is we will definitely sign up for it, because we did a presentation yesterday, and if we had done it with this, it would have been so much better. So you've got me and Dean here to do. Now the question I have is, we often do presentations together, so there's 2 different cameras.
Okay, so there's 2 ways. Are you in the same room or no? You're in completely different rooms. Okay, so that is one thing that we want to do in the future, is break this screen up so there's 2 people. We're not there yet, right? Because you are in different rooms. What you'd have to do is you have to stop screen share and screen share, because what Zoom automatically does is they make you all be tiny little windows everywhere, and I can only make one person stand out right now.
Yeah.
So our future roadmap is multiple people co-presenting together, but we don't have that right now.
Okay.
That's an interesting question, though. You could in theory switch who's presenting though on Zoom, and each person can kind of go back and forth, both be using Reactive on your It wouldn't be as back and forth, but yeah.
Right, it is clunky because I got to stop screen share, then you start screen share, and you have to switch back and forth.
Right.
But we don't have.
And I'm guessing both of us would have to have the software on our computers too.
Yeah, you'd both be using Reactive on your own instance. Exactly, yeah.
Well, let's, before we part ways here, let's set up a meeting for next week, Gav.
Awesome. And I want to show you something that I'm doing here, just so that you're aware. And I'll hold on one second. Oh, sorry, wrong. That I have laptop. Yeah, sorry. I connected to the wrong thing here.
Is that your heart rate monitor?
No, it's we have AirPlay built in, and so I can actually bring phones right into the conversation. The reason I wanted to show you this is the way I'm using this. This is my normal laptop right here, and I got this monitor from Amazon, and it's just basically, it has a pen, and I'm just showing you the best of the best practice. It's kind of cool because the whole thing can tilt and rotate. This thing was $700, but we're getting $150 off of the Amazon price for anybody that we refer to. So I'm just letting you know, if you are keen on it, we don't sell hardware. We don't care to make money on hardware, but I'm just recommending that there's some great stuff out there where
With
you
the
can fill up a
stylus?
pen. Yeah, with the stylus, and then now I can ink and write very naturally.
So Avi, my laptop is touchscreen and comes with a stylus, and then I use a separate monitor, so I'd be able to do all that on there.
Done. Now, this is the only thing, Dean.
Too bad for you, Dan. No touchscreen for you. Mr.
Yeah, I have a touch screen.
Oh, you do?
Then you guys are set. Now, here's the only thing to look out for, Dean and Daniel, is when you actually write on your laptop, you're going to shake your camera because the camera is attached to your laptop.
Ah,
Right?
see, I've got a separate camera, so
Oh,
that
you're
that's
done.
actually
You're
allowed
okay.
too.
You're golden. Then awesome. You're already.
I've
set
been
up
ready
right
for
now.
this for a while. I tried to download your software. What was it, Justin? Like
Yeah, 3-4 months ago. Yeah, probably at some point.
No,
Yeah.
we were in private beta at that time. We did not. Oh, hold on. Let me just.
I know. I'm like, why does this guy not want to take my money? What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of over. Like, what actually happened was, you know how it is. You're 6 months late. You find out every little bug. Every customer goes, "I love it, but I ran into this problem, this problem, this problem," and we were like, we were a little overwhelmed with the good response, but also to the negative that this was complicated, this happened, that happened. So we just kind of shut the beta off, going, if we can't keep the few hundred people who are in our beta already happy, we were just overwhelmed.
No.
We're finally done. The app works beautifully. And Justin, you better start using it. You've got it all set up.
I just reinstalled it actually, the newest version.
You updated it
This morning. Yeah,
That's
updated
simple.
it. Yeah.
And
yeah.
if you go to vizetto.com/download right now, you can download it and tell me which day you guys would like to set up. And I would be more than happy to walk you through and give you whatever pitch guidance I can give you. And in order also to record content for backers. So I want to work with you to help you record content, cool content for backers.
And I was thinking too, like even if we wanted, like if all of us are using it, maybe we could do like a group. You could go through it. We could schedule another time, maybe next week, with the 5 of us and any other issuers that are on at that point. And we could you could do, rather than kind of going one-on-one, you could do like a sort of group session. I mean, you could definitely go one-on-one as well, but I'm just saying, like, it'd be interesting to kind of do a training, and you could use that content. We could use the content as well if you did like a live training for everyone.
No, absolutely. Because one of the things that I want to do on top of what Justin is doing is our own podcast and our own live stream, where I'm actually bringing on entrepreneurs and talking about, Canada and pitching and your experiences. And I think we just got to create a whole bunch of echo chamber of content. I know that's what Justin has been saying for a while.
Yeah.
And I keep telling Justin, I don't have the bandwidth, Justin.
Yeah, but if we all kind of go in together and do it all together, right, it compounds, right? So that's awesome.
So I'd love to hear about all your other business. Yeah, sorry.
What's that?
I don't want to present now.
You don't want to present that yet? Oh, did we lost Av? No.
No, I'm here.
You just switched. Oh, the camera switched out. There you go.
Our presentation covers the whole screen.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I guess what was the percentage before, after, if they saw a regular presentation and then they saw Vizetto after?
3 out of 10 to 8 out of 10. So I basically say it's 8 or 9, 250% increase. And that was constant. It didn't matter who presented, how they presented. It was no matter how good the content was, just seeing the person there together with the content made people go, wow, that's almost like 250%. That's insane.
Yeah. Well, so I was insinuating that whoever's going after the reactive presentation is going to get it. No. And that you already said that too, Dean. But anyways.
Sounds like you're up, Carlos.
Yeah. That's not nice. No, you can go, Dean, unless you want to go, Carlos. Do you want to present Aventi?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear.
No, we're joking that you're following up Av's presentation, but yeah, it'll be good. We'll get through with the reactive, with you guys presenting through reactive in a future call. But do you want to kind of go through yours? I can give you access as well there. You want to share, Carlos? I'm going to go through what Aventi's doing. And then you guys, do you want to pitch, Dean? You guys, or Dan, whichever one of you.
Yeah.
After.
Just getting some water. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
I'll just wait a second here for them to return, I guess.
Yeah, no worries.
Still here.
We're all pretty much, the 4 of us are all West Coast. Avs in Mississauga or Toronto area. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Where are you, Carlos?
he's on the island.
Yeah, on Vancouver Island.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Reducing social distance. Love it.
Cool. So hi guys, I'm Carlos. I'm the CEO and founder of Eventi, where we're increasing access to higher quality experiences and relationships. So everybody knows that during COVID, there was this huge epidemic of loneliness and boredom and just like social isolation. The only problem is that this issue is still around. So people end up spending most of their time using applications like TikTok or YouTube and just not making their time memorable. The main issue is that there's basically too much information and too many opportunities that we're interfacing with, and it basically causes us to go to these other platforms and not try as hard to find the experiences that make life meaningful. So Eventi is a super app that addresses the value propositions of many different kinds of applications, and it's basically an AI and gamification events application the MVP is a swiping experience like TikTok or YouTube, the same kind of interface. And you just swipe like on those things to see different events and experiences that are available near you, and those will swipe directly into your digital calendar. The next phase of the commercial product is you'll be able to chat with people on the application, connect with their other social profiles, and also host Eventi, which are free and paid events and activities directly on the application. It'll also include aspects of gamification and AI matchmaking, as well as AI for creating events and finding events. That'll make it a better experience for everyone. So we will analyze basically the way that you're swiping on the application, the same like TikTok, and then provide you the kinds of activities that you're most likely to enjoy. You'll be able to provide feedback after an Eventi to like rate an event or give a heart or a like to someone that you enjoyed spending time with. And this will feed forward into our matchmaking algorithms to help individuals to find events and activities that are more relevant to them sooner rather than later. So the initial market opportunity is represented by North American social media and SaaS market, totaling $215 billion. We believe that we'll be able to address between 50 to 200 million of this by year 5. The core functionality that we're creating is this primary interface that's like Tinder, like a cross between Tinder and TikTok, that is a highly intuitive UI UX that'll provide cross-platform event coverage as well as personalized AI recommendations. Their revenue model is $6.99 USD Eventi subscription, minimum premium subscription, as well as we make a commission off of tickets, rentals, and reservation. This is our team. Grigori is a mobile DevOps specialist. Mohammed Ijazi is a growth hacking expert, and Ruben Yusuf is an engineering leader. Myself, I created a new ontology for life and evolution that's leading the evolutions of Eventi and other things surrounding it. The pre-seed investment that we're going for is a 3.5 million USD safe, with a 12-month projection of 100,000 users, getting with half the revenue model activated. That's a 12 million 12 million from ARR. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Awesome. Where are you on your roadmap, Carlos?
The MVP is almost complete.
Awesome.
And obviously they're raising on backers as well. That's the main.
Yeah.
Well, currently the 100K is live on backers.
Yeah.
Question,
Yeah.
With the app, is it for virtual events or live events? So when I swipe through to connect
For
to
both.
an event. Okay.
Yeah. So anything from a yoga retreat to a health webinar to going out to drinks with your friends, to a movie night, to paddleboarding.
Got it. So on a yoga retreat type thing, then is it like a Groupon type model where I'm actually buying into an event that someone is advertising, or I'm creating an event for my own friends? Like, sorry,
Both.
I'm just asking questions. Okay.
Both. Yeah. So you'll have like same like on TikTok, you'll have the for you and the following, and the for you will be both will be like including like public events, whereas like your following is like the people that you follow, and then there will be private events as well that'll only be advertised to your friend group, and you'll be able to see those as well.
Got it. So this is
Yep.
so I can tell
Microsoft
my
Teams.
friends about an event. Is that what it is? Or sorry.
What's that?
So it's I can communicate to my friends about my event. Is that what they?
Yeah. Yeah, and it'll also provide cross-platform event coverage, which means that it'll post the event to other platforms like if you wanted to, it'll post it to other platforms like Eventbrite and Facebook to be able to get more people involved.
Amazing. I've actually got an event space downtown Vancouver. We Dan's been there a lot, obviously. And we're currently using Eventbrite and Gigster and stuff like that, and to have the ability to have that housed in one app and making the communication about the event and everything like that more seamless, I can do something like that.
Totally. Yeah.
So let me know when your MVP is ready. You can probably have your first gig on there in no time.
The MVP is not the commercial product, so you won't be able to actually list an event on the MVP, but you'll be able to see like events that are happening already in your local area aggregated onto the application, and you'll be able to swipe those into your calendar.
So you're using the API for Eventbrite though, right? Is that currently connected? Because you have 3 APIs connected, right? Ticketmaster,
Meetup, and Yelp.
So if you posted, Dean, if you posted it on Meetup, let's say, it would flow through to the MVP, right? You just can't post it directly on Eventi at this point. We and actually Carlos
it's
kind
more
of
of
talked a little bit about that, but
more of a proof of concept rather than an MVP.
Yeah. So it's just really the showcase of the events in that TikTok kind of style, and then the ability to add it to your calendar.
Okay.
This kind of is the initial what's built now, but it's only on like a subdomain right now, right? It's kind of like on,
yes.
Yeah. So it's not even released yet.
And even when you add it into your calendar, that you don't have a ticket for it yet. It's just adding it to your calendar.
Yes, but there is a link to get tickets.
To the ticket purchase, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just I never asked this question, but maybe it came up there is, do you have the sort of affiliate connection with, say, a Ticketmaster set up for the revenue generating?
No.
Okay.
Not currently.
So that's something that, I guess in the roadmap that would happen.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
that'd be on the release of the commercial product.
Right. Okay.
Right. And then one thing I didn't see in the presentation is why 3.5 million?
3 million.
Or 3 million.
And it's because the development of the application is going to be quite expensive, with using like AI as well as some other integrating many different value propositions in this singular application. The development cost is quite high.
Okay, but AI is probably more of a roadmap item. It's not going to be in the initial MVP or any of the first releases, right?
That's correct. Yes, it'll be something that we'll have to do extensive user testing on.
Okay, I'm just wondering if you thought of the idea of doing sort of like a smaller seed round and then getting more later on, as opposed to shooting for 3 million and maybe potentially falling short.
Yeah, we're able to activate a commercial product with as little as 250K, but to make it really amazing and what its potential is, we want to raise 3 million.
Which is also why they're doing the 100K a month on backers, right? They're going to raise their 3 million in the next 20 months, give or take, right? And that'll be the time that's sort of in line with the timeline, right? So
right, I see that way. That way you've got money pouring in on a consistent
basis.
So as you need it, it's there. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah. And definitely, like, as you start to release things, that kind of increases the hype cycle, and people can, jump in a bit later. Yeah, I like it.
Cool.
And it's focused on Vancouver and Victoria, right? And Seattle is the third.
So the
initial
initial release will be in Vancouver and Seattle.
Okay.
And that's where we'll focus, making it amazing, and then we'll expand from there after we raise the next 30 million across North America.
Smart.
I have a contact on the island you should reach out to. His name's Tim Kermode, and he runs an organization called Power to Be, and he does events it's a nonprofit, but they do events for disabled children and takes them into the wilderness and kayaking, and he does all these things. But he's very well supported and very well connected.
Got it.
I think that would be a good contact for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be happy to talk with
I
them.
think he lives in Chemainus or something like that.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome.
Okay, so here I just wanted to show you guys a quick update of actually the backer site. So this was updated yesterday. I don't know if you guys have seen this, and you guys are down here. Square one's coming soon. But yeah, all your offers are live on the site now, and obviously people can go in and see them. I don't know if you guys have seen the updates on what it kind of looks like, but this is also being kind of growing out as well. I think that's a slightly different deck, or no, that's the same one. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a more extensive deck.
Yeah. So anyways, just wanted to show you guys that so that you guys know that obviously things are happening as well on our end. But yeah, who wants to present? Thanks, Carlos. Appreciate it. Dan, Dean, who wants to go
and
here?
By the way, Carlos, even if you have a mock-up of that app, you could easily bring that app with AirPlay right in, and I can show you how to do a pretty kick-ass demo.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, like I can even do that. I can show you guys what it looks like if you want to see it.
Right.
You have it on your laptop? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to bring it onto my phone.
Right. So if you wanted to use reactive, I'm saying I can show you how to use the AirPlay or whatnot, bring it right into the meeting. So it's hovering right beside you. Yeah,
this would be the only other way, I guess, right? Where you're adding the device on the phone.
Right.
Can you share your screen from? Yeah, I guess.
No, he's actually logging in through a separate device.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
But
yours is right on the same screen. Yeah.
Yeah, he's screen sharing through the Zoom interface. Like he's logging in as a separate individual.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's much cleaner to have it right there.
Of course. This is yet another reason why reactive is so cool, right?
Sorry, you're on mute.
Yeah, you're on mute on both yours. You can share your screen on the phone.
It works on Google Meet, but it might not work on Zoom.
It's not letting you share the screen.
So those are the reasons why. If you want to check it out, I'll help you get it all up and running as well. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. All right. So Dan, Dean, who wants to go from you guys?
What do you think, Dean? Do you want to do it? Do you want me to do it?
Rock, paper, scissors.
We'll do it together. But if you can share the screen, I'm actually just I'm setting up a game, Dan.
Oh, okay. I will. You guys see that?
Yep.
So we normally do these presentations quite a bit longer. So we'll try to skip through it pretty quick here, guys. So take up all your time. But yeah, my name is Daniel Henry. I'm one of the founders along with Dean here of Square One.
Hey, Daniel, your microphone, I don't know what's wrong. Like it's chopping in and out for me.
What was it?
Can you mute yourself, Av? I think there's some background noise coming through. There we go. Try that, Dan.
Yeah, I'll try it with the headphones.
But I think it's good now. It was just the background noise that was getting picked up.
Oh, is it? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so we're Square One, and basically we're creating a platform to help people who are interested in crypto, who don't know a lot about it, as a way for them to get into crypto. And both Dean and myself are financial planners, and we've had a lot of our clients over the years ask us about investing in crypto, how much of their portfolio, et cetera, et cetera. And one of the things that we witnessed and noticed over the years is the way that people get into crypto. We see it as flawed because oftentimes it's a lot like gambling. People are just throwing money at the next hot thing that they hear about from YouTube, or their taxi driver tells them that they should invest in Dogecoin, and they throw thousands of dollars at projects hoping to win the lottery. And being that we're financial advisors, we felt like that there needs to be a bit more education. There needs to be a better landing place for people to learn about crypto, and we created Square One. And so go ahead, Dean.
The problem that Dan just described is it's a pretty big problem. And when you look at just in 2022 alone, right, these four centralized companies that crashed lost investors $53 billion. And if you listen to a lot of the narrative coming out of the mainstream media, you would think that there's a problem with crypto. None of these things related to crypto. These were centralized exchanges. And one of the things that people need to understand about crypto is what self-custody means, right? And so what Dan and I worry about, and what I've seen for with my own eyes, is people getting into crypto, like Dan said, through the advice of a friend or watching someone on YouTube. But the problem is every person is going to have a different perspective, and they're going to be giving people different bits of information. Sometimes very important pieces of information are left out, like not your keys, not your crypto, right? And so all these people, like, I feel bad for all of them losing, but they didn't know, or they ignored the advice to not keep your crypto on an exchange, right? As soon as that's on an exchange, it's not your crypto anymore. Just like your money in a bank is not your bank. It's not your money, right? So new people are continuing to pour into the market, and there's no place for them to land. There's no beachhead. There's no safe place that they can go, and all the information that they need to become knowledgeable in the space is all contained in one location. But beyond that is, what do you do with that information, right? So there's plenty of places that people can go and get educated, right? But Square One is gamifying that learning process, right? The gap that exists right now is, you go to a place like Morales Academy, or Banter School, or one of these places that you can learn about crypto, and then you're expected to put your money in the market, right? And after having done thousands of risk assessments with clients over the years, Dan and I can tell you without a shred of doubt, it's a very small percentage at the edge of the group of people that you're looking at that's truly aggressive in their risk tolerance. And so there's a lot of people on the sidelines looking at crypto, interested in it, but it's just too big of a jump for them to go, okay, I know a little bit about Bitcoin, and now I'm going to invest in it, right? It's a nascent asset class. It's only got about 13 years of history to it, and it's extremely volatile. And so what we have is we have a strategy where people can use a play to win, play to earn type concept. It's based on fantasy sports, right? And when in so doing, because they either pay a little bit, or because they're in competition with their friends, they now have skin in the game, right? So they now feel like the thing that they're learning about is something that's important to them, without having to go, oh, it's important to me now because I put $1,000 in Dogecoin and it's crashing, right? there's this rite of passage in crypto now. It's like until you've been scammed or you've lost a bunch of money, you're not really in crypto. And we just don't think that that's a good place for the space to be. And along with the playing to win, we're going to have the opportunity for people to learn as well, because we realize that just having the game, which is where the idea came from, was just the game itself. And that's going to help teach people and help give them that introduction to this space. But we wanted more, and so that's how we ended up with sort of our one-stop shop kind of new place for people in crypto.
Yeah, and then so I know in myself there's a lot of apps that I have on my phone. When you're investing in crypto, you want to track your portfolio, you want to find out what's going on in the news, and so we wanted to create that one sort of sandbox environment where people who don't know a lot about it can go. They can get their news, they can track their portfolio if they have one, they can learn about the project in the space, but they can also play this trading game where they're not risking thousands of dollars to learn about it. And our goal is over time that eventually we'll create better investors in the space that understand the volatility, understand it, and that they're putting money behind projects that they believe in, and rather than just trying to as we said, win the lottery.
Yeah, so the market for this is massive. I mean, it's the equivalent of the entire crypto market, which again was at 3 trillion. We'll be back at 3 trillion in a short period of time. But the actual market that we believe we can get, 52 million a year, and we've sort of reverse engineered that from our goal of having 200,000 weekly users. The reason for that is the paid version of the game, which is a future iteration. It's going to start as a freemium model, but the paid version of the game will be $10 to play. Half the money goes to the pot, which the winner gets. And so we look at that and we say, okay, if we have 200,000 users and the pot grows by $5 for each, then Square One is giving away $1 million every week. And just kind of like even with Lotto and stuff like that, when people start to see a big pot, it starts to generate interest and it starts to have a network effect on its own. And we believe if we're giving away $1 million a week, people are going to be drawn to Square One. It's kind of like the shiny object that brings people in. And then once they're there, they're going to be learning about crypto. So again, like I said, it's a B2C freemium. There's opportunity for advertising revenue on the site. The pay to play is really the big version that potentially, especially in the US and Canada, tends to have a legal complexity because many places, many jurisdictions, without really looking into it, would consider it gambling. We believe that we would qualify as a game of skill in about 40 of the US states. Canada is probably a write-off, but we'll still have geo-fenced locations like Canada, where you can have the freemium version, and we think that there will still be a lot of value that people will get out of that. We can have sponsors that would give prizes to the winner instead of us actually making it a gambling type model. Yeah, and as I said, there are places that people can go, and some of them will be fantasy, fantasy sports and stuff like that, like DraftKings. Some of them will relate to crypto, but what none of them have is a place to actually practice until you're ready, and that's really where the rubber hits the road. We don't send people out just after doing a written driver's test and then they go drive their car. Why are we doing this with financial products, right?
And we've mapped out our roadmap over the next little while, our target market and partnerships. And we had a meeting yesterday with a potential big partner that could really help push this project forward. And some projections of financials that we believe are very conservative. And then our goal is to raise 2.5 million total, but we're looking to raise 500,000 to get the app and running and testing and do some marketing and get it out into the community. That's it, guys. Do you have any questions?
I just put a link in the chat. Take a look at that, go4.buzz. This is one of my closest friends, Milind. He's gotten into experiential marketing, pay-per-play, pay-per-win, gamification, where he's doing it from an advertising angle, but he can do so you play games and you win crypto, and then you can redeem them for coupons and prizes, and he's trying to go after cash prizes as well. he's raised a pile of money. I'd say north of 5 million so far. He's out of Florida, and I just thought that if you want a connection to talk, like I can give you guys his contact, because you're slightly different, but there could be some synergies here.
Definitely.
Yeah,
No, that sounds great.
thank you.
We just got back from Florida a couple days ago.
No problem. Yeah, he's in the Orlando area, and he's done a bunch of stuff. So take a look at his website if
Yeah.
you think that there's. I mean, I don't want to connect you to somebody who you feel is direct. I mean, up to you, competitor or not. It's a synergy, right?
Yep, for sure. Yeah, we're not afraid of a little competition.
But he's a bulldog. He's scaled some companies in the past, and he's raised millions so far for this. He's just trying to go live with a whole bunch of games right now.
I'm going to take over the screen share here, Dan, if that's okay. Actually, you have to stop in order for me to do it. And I'm just going to show you, this is actually really exciting for us guys. Our MVP
Did you get it working?
up and running.
Oh yeah, you got it fixed. Did the guy fix it?
Yep.
Nice.
So it just needed a little bit of money, and we were able to make this happen. So the screenshots that you saw in the presentation, it showed a lot more options off to the side here, and that's because this is obviously the MVP, so we don't have portfolio tracking or anything like that in here. This is just the game, right? And what I did is I put a game in here for today, just so you guys could see it, right? And the way this works is, you come in, I'm already signed in and everything like that. So at some point we would get you guys each to create an account here and sign in, and we can play a game together. But just so you can see the way it works, right? You come in here and you're able to select your playfolio. So this gives you, I put in this one the top 50 cryptocurrencies, and you have $1,000 of play money, right? So I'm going to go in and, obviously I'd put a lot more thought into this. So I'm going to put, $200 into Bitcoin, and then I'm a big Ethereum buff. So I'm just going to put the other 800 into Ethereum. And then you'll see if I go to the next step and I try and finish, it should tell me, yeah. So you have to have at least 3 cryptos, right? So we believe that people shouldn't necessarily be going all in on one project. So we're trying to encourage people to buy a little bit more, diversify a little bit. So I would take some of this away. I'm only going to put 400 in Ethereum, and I'm going to go right to the bottom. Ooh, the sandbox. I'm a big fan of the metaverse, so I'm going to put 400 in the sandbox, right? And then there's my new playfolio. I've got 3 coins for these amounts. I hit next step. It's going to ask me if I want to save this. I'm like, yeah, that's a great template for me to start with. So I'm going to save that. And then I'm now in the contest, right? And yes, the name of my my user profile name is In Your Face Dan.
Well, the good thing about this one, Dean, at least you'll win this contest.
And look at that.
Where can we? What is it actually on square1.com now, or
This is on our develop.
Oh, okay. So it's not.
So it's not live in the website yet, and we're actually the developer site. And the reason why we're using the developer site is because we don't want all the data. Like I got a whole bunch of contests I'm putting in 1 hour, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, all these things. And we don't want that data to be mucking things up. So the original version is still quite clean. So we haven't had our first official game yet. I'm hoping to do that without Dan so I can win. And yeah,
So so your website's square1.io, but I made a mistake, said .com. But so will we be able to? Could we maybe by next week get the 5 of us and whoever else maybe do a contest or?
Yeah. Next week we can run a contest.
We'll send out the link or whatever. Yeah.
Send out the link, and then and once we're at the point where we've beta tested it amongst people that are friendly and aren't going to kind of give us that. Well, we want the negative feedback, like Abby said, but we don't want it coming from actual customers, right? So you want to do the process that that you guys went through, make sure that it's good and clean, everything, and then there'll be a link on the website, right? Play the game, you just click on that link, it'll take you right to the game.
Yeah.
But until then, you'll need to have the link to get to it.
What just to clarify, so people are competing on a weekly basis. So if we were to compete, we'd watch the price of Bitcoin go up or down, and we're competing to see who gets the best return in that period of time, right? That's the competition. Yeah, to the price.
Pricing, but we can set up the contest period however long we want. So we could run one just for an hour during our meeting next week.
Oh, really? Okay. So, and it literally, I guess, obviously the price fluctuates in that hour. So
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
we've
that's
done
very
15-minute
short-term,
games, and the price is always fluctuating. It's just
yeah,
for us, like the flagship game that we foresee. And again, we're gonna let really the community and the people using the app actually decide that. But we think a week is
yeah,
long enough for significant movement to happen in the market,
yeah,
but short enough to still keep people's attention span, sort of
right,
thing.
yeah,
But we do anticipate having daily games as well, and we've thought a lot about sort of a head-to-head, like a 5-minute game just between you and your buddy and stuff like that, just as a quick way of like, what is this thing?
yeah,
And kind of figuring it out. You each put a buck in, and the winner gets it or whatever. So yeah, there's lots of iterations of it, and we think the week-long game is going to be the one that really sticks, but we're prepared to be wrong.
yeah. No, that's awesome. Congrats on getting it done. I know.
Yeah,
you've been
thank you.
looking at it for a while now, sort of talking about it. So
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
awesome.
Amazing. All it needed was a bit of money
Yeah,
to make that happen. So
there you go.
we're happy to be able to do that over the last couple of weeks, and the dev team has been really, really great with because there was a bunch of things that were weird when we were trying to set up games and stuff, and they just went right in. They're like, oh, that's because this and this, and they fix it right away, and it's been smooth sailing ever since. Although we're still trying to get Dan's login fixed. He thinks I did something to it to prevent him from winning all the games, but I'm like, it was me. It's true.
Maybe I haven't tried today, so maybe it'll work today.
There
He
you
did
go.
do some stuff last night.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Victor got back to you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, that's awesome. So, and you guys will be listing obviously on Backers hopefully sooner rather than later. We got most of the back end stuff, but we'll talk, I guess, offline. Not on record here, but yeah. Cool. Well, I appreciate you guys all joining me. I didn't want to. This is great. So let's do it next week. 1 o'clock Pacific, I guess, 4 o'clock Eastern for you, Av, there. And I think if we can maybe get Av. We'll get everyone set up, or maybe you can do a presentation of getting people set up. Maybe you guys can get sort of, we can sort of, we'll talk about it over the week, and then maybe you guys can present again. I might present Backers' new deck, which we'll be releasing probably in the next couple of days. So and then you guys can kind of present. We'll kind of keep going. There's a couple more that will be joining us as well. So it'd be exciting to kind of grow the group, and we won't present every week, everyone, but I think if we can sort of talk about it and see where everyone's going and build some momentum and get eyeballs on everyone, that'll be a great way to get everyone's, all ships kind of raised, right?
And guys, if you want to reach out to me, my email is daniel@square1.io.
Sure. Hey, Justin, can you just send us an email?
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll connect everyone. Maybe I might even create like a little group or something on LinkedIn, and I'll send you emails as well. Perfect. So everyone can kind of have everyone's contacts for sure.
Yeah. Email is best for me. LinkedIn, I get so many spam emails.
Yeah. So I'll just send out a group email. So everyone has everyone's contacts. Cool. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Everyone watching, there you go. We'll see you guys again next week. Thanks, Carlos. Thanks, Av, Dean, Dan. Appreciate you guys. Well, I'll talk to all of you offline, but appreciate it.
Really quick, are we doing the Pro or the IWB? Probably Pro, right?
Pro.
Okay.